little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hello, I'm Runia, aka Media Adaptation, and welcome back to Moderation's 31 Days of Halloween. We'll do a video each day based on your suggestions. And it's time once again for us to visit the world of Erma, with the latest issue of Tales of Outcast. Well, up to this point anyway. But before we do, we got some more Ermaween to cover. We start off with the Third Shift Society, which is something that I've never heard of before. But to be fair, I didn't know about Mystery Skulls until they did their artwork. And this is apparently a fellow webcomic on Tapas. So that opens up the floodgates for other crossovers down the line. And a new topic for a video as well. Next we have the classic version of Witches from 1983. And you pissed off the wrong set of little girls, as that death glare from Sydney tells you how much you messed up. Turning kids into rats so they're easier to kill or something isn't as easy as you thought, huh? After that, we have Miracle-chan, the girl that can see ghosts. A topic we've talked about in depth before, and this is just precious given everything we've seen her go through up until now. After that, we got this one, and at first glance you'd say The Thing, but you'd only be partially right, as it's from 1938's Who Goes There, which is a novel that later got adapted into the 1951 The Thing from Another World, and then finally into 1982's John Carpenter's The Thing. So, neat little history lesson there. And our final one, as of writing this video, is of course H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man. Simple, but effective. And I believe also the same post that she used in The Mummy as well. So, neat little callback. But with that out of the way, it's time for our next comic. This is Erma, Tales of Outcast number 15, Mitsu and Momo. And this story is done by Tracy Slander, I believe the same person who did the second Cyrus story, so it has absolutely zero dialogue. But I'll try my best to summarize. And given the attitude and context clues, I would say this happens before we meet them in the main story. So, Yuri actually lives away from the village. They go to a new school, but constantly get bullied for how they look. Momo wants to immediately take them down a peg, but Mitsu stops her, citing a promise that they made to their mom to at least try and behave. The next day, they bring this up to the teacher, who just ignores them, and so the bullying continues the next day. Which got to the breaking point. They decide to stop holding back and take their revenge on the people who have wronged them. Which is a very long list of names, causing them to vanish in an instant, never to be seen again. Oh, and don't forget about the teacher who let this all happen. The next day, a substitute's brought in, and they're the only ones in class. But don't worry, they won't do anything to her for now, unless she gives them a reason to. And with that out of the way, it's time for the next part of the tale of Yorimoto. The battle began with Osamu being the first one to strike, but as he lunged with his massive strength, Naru made his move, showing why he was crowned the most powerful of all yokai. Not many have witnessed his wrath to describe what specifically makes him so powerful. Some have suggested he has the capability to strike millions down in a single thought. Others proclaim that he wields a force that can rip demons apart like a piece of paper. There are even those who say he can simply bend your own reality. Sorry, Bird Boy, there's a reason no one challenges the Supreme Commander. There's still 2 comics that haven't come out in the second run yet. I believe The Origins of Our Dummy, from way back when, as well as Chloe's standalone comic. Plus, of course, the newly announced sequel to Spirits Bloom. But we know from the book Yokai that they do launch and win their fight against the humans, but I guess we'll see how the dots connect later down the line. But that about does it for this video. If you have any topics for future projects, then feel free to post them down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why not like, and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. Still slowly recovering from the deletion. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Anyway, I'm Runia, invite you to join us again for the next night.
Weep not for children, for life this way, murdering beauty and passion.